So, how are you feeling today about releasing your passion? Love is the most healing tool we have, the most healing and ready energy that we have. And love is fueled by passion. Welcome to the passion fruit on the Elegantly Raw show today. And welcome. So glad to have you here to share in one of my passions, the passion fruit. Look at all the different ways that you can find passion fruit. If you notice, this one is smoother. Actually, let me get you a real smooth one here. You can find it this color. You can find it like this. Or you can find it, I like having them when they're just about to wither. And because I find this when they're their sweetest. And so these are the ones we're going to be using today. We're going to be looking at the passion fruit. And I'm going to be showing you recipes that are going to just open you up to the full passion of the fruit world. So welcome and let's get started, shall we? So look at this table. Wow, what an array of beauties from the earth. So I'm going to be taking out these passion fruit as opposed to the smoother ones. See, this is the smooth one because this one is how I like it. And you will buy them, they usually are smooth. Do not buy them if they're withered because they're, unless you can eat them right away. This is smooth. These are, you can see that they've been picked for a while. So let me just put this away so that we can start with everything else that we have today. And I'm going to be using the withered one. So let's put these here. And we're going to be showing you today how to use the passion fruit along with other fruits. So these are mandarins. So I have peeled them already and I've got them ready for juicing. So we'll be using the juicer today. So along with the mandarin, we're going to be making juice with the mandarin and we're going to be juicing the passion fruit. And we're also going to be juicing, ooh la la, what is this? This is the turmeric. Excellent as an inflammatory food. So this is something that every one of us really needs to be on if we're anywhere where there's pollution, which just about most places now we will find pollution. And we're going to be actually activating it, for the turmeric to be absorbed in the body, you need to use either fat, which we have, or you need to use black pepper, which I never ever use because it does irritate the lining of the stomach, and we don't want to do anything else to damage the GI tract because that already is a problem. So let's get started with this, shall we? So I'm going to start cutting this, and usually I cut according to the energy lines of the body. So I'm going to show you, if you've never seen a passion fruit, I'm going to delight you with what it looks like inside. Do you see as I'm cutting it? The juice is coming out. Look at that. Oh my gosh, the aroma. I wish you were here to smell this. But do you see? It's actually dripping already from me. It's dripping. So I already need something to wipe my hands. But that's how absolutely beautiful and ready this is. The aroma itself is enough to just get you into a different realm altogether. So I got the juicer here. I am just setting it up so you can see. This is to catch the juice, and this is for the fiber. So I'm going to put some information up also in a moment on the screen so you can see some information about the passion fruit itself. So I'm starting by using the mandarin. Then I'm going to take the passion fruit itself. I'm actually going to divide this and just pull this off. I'm going to be taking a spoon, dipping it in here, taking out the passion fruit. As you can see, the seeds are part of it. It's the main part, in fact. And then I'm putting it down the chute of the juicer. Can you hear the seeds as they go down? Because passion fruit is mainly seeds, you're going to need a juicer. If you were to put it in a blender, you'll find that it will not work as well, but you can do it. And I'll show you what you need to do afterwards. But let me just finish juicing this. And here we go. And I hope you can see the juicer, because the juice right now is accumulating right here. So just keep watching that part. And I'm going to put another piece of mandarin in there with it. So what I do is I put passion fruit, mandarin, mandarin, passion fruit. Just keep feeding it like that. And you want to take out all of it. You see how stringy it is? You want to remove all of it. See what I'm talking about? So remove all of it, because this is really what it is. This is the stringy and seedy part. That's the passion fruit. And you want to make sure that you get to enjoy all of it. So take it all out, put it in there. I'm going to be putting more mandarins in right now. Cutting open another passion fruit. Here we go. Here's this one. Putting the fork in there like this, taking that with a fork. And of course, I am using a ceramic fork because I don't want this to be spoiled, the energy of the fruit, of the passion fruit, to be tainted at all by the steel. You can also use a bamboo spoon, but I find that it's much more effective to use the actual ceramic one. So more of the mandarin. In fact, you know what? I'm going to start putting more mandarin while I'm cutting this. Another one I'm cutting. Once you start using this, if you've never used it before, you will never, ever, ever do without it. As soon as it's passion fruit time, you will be like, yes, let me go. Let me go at it. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm emptying it until just pretty much as much of the white only is left. I do have some more left in here, which I need to take out. But because of the show, and I don't want to spend any time doing that, I want to make sure that you can see everything. And I go through everything fast because I'm making more than one item here. So more passion fruit. I just put some more of the mandarin in there. But look at this. Oh my gosh. This one, again, the juice is just pouring out of it. Look at that. So putting that in there again. And I'll come back afterwards and get more of the stringy part. See what I'm talking about? Can you see the stringy part? I have to get all of this into the juicer. All of this needs to go into the juicer, along with the seeds. So the seeds are part and parcel of it. So putting that in there now. Get some more of the mandarin in there. And you just have to, I love this juicer. This is the Nama juicer. So it juices the seeds really well. Normally, most juicers don't, but this one does. And actually, until I got the Nama juicer, I found it was better to do it in the blender, but then I'd have to strain it. And I'll show you afterwards just what you need to do for that as well. But that's it for now. Let's just do more mandarins, because you don't want to overwhelm it with the passion fruit. It's pretty strong taste and aroma. So I'm going to put more of the mandarin in there. By the way, I love tangerine or mandarin juice because they're one of my favorite juices, but I like them by themselves. The only time I don't have them by themselves is when I have passion fruit, of course. So here we go, and passion fruit is now in season, just came into season. There it is. There's your juice. So I'm going to just finish this up right here. This is really quick. And this juicer is amazing for passion fruit. I really have never found another juicer that was so made for passion fruit like this one. I don't think they had this in mind when they made it. I don't know. I should really interview the two founders. and find out because it is pretty amazing. Okay, so that's it. Let me just open this up. Now I'm going to wipe my hands. I'll show you what the juice looks like. I'm letting it go because I need more. If you can see, it's coming through still. So I'm going to make sure that all of it comes out. And if you notice, the pulp is coming out from here. Do not put anything in there, by the way. And I'm going to show you in a minute the pulp. Can you see that some of the seeds got crushed in there? So you want to make sure that you have a really good juicer for that. So here we go. Here is the juice. Now, I can now take this juice. This is just mandarin and passion fruit. And I can just have this to drink. Hope you can see that. This alone just makes first of all, the aroma is enough, but it makes the most absolutely incredible drink. So let me put this aside and show you what else I'm going to do with it. So here I have mangoes, which I already peeled and I already cut up. So I'm going to be making two juices with the passion fruit and the mandarin. Let me just put this away so that we have some space here to show you what I'm doing next. And then we're going to go into the rest of what I'm going to be doing here. So now we have blender. I'm going to be using a blender. Now remember I told you that if you want, you could juice the passion fruit in the blender if you didn't have a really excellent juicer to do that. But if you do so, you're going to have to use a strainer or a sieve. Not one like this because it has too many holes. Can you see that that is just way too big, those holes? So I'm going to show you a different one which you can use. And this is the one that I got specifically for passion fruit. So if you notice, it's very, very tight. The holes, see the holes are tight. And so the seeds cannot get through, any seeds that were not used. So now I'm going to strain it. Anyway, I'm going to put it in here. But in a moment, after I've put everything else. So what am I putting? The mangoes. Here we go. You can put them all, or you can just put some of them. It's totally up to you. Then I am using the coconut. Yes. So you can either take a coconut like this, hack it, open it, take out the water, which I already did, and take out the meat, which I already did. Or you can, if you do not wish to go through all of that, you can just go to my website and get the already open for you in a box, the water and the actual meat, the organic, truly raw Thai coconut meat straight from Thailand. And just when you go to my website, just look for Coco Symbiosis and you will see it there. And here is the meat, which I already took out, and Coco Symbiosis already has the meat already taken out for you. It took me not a long time this morning to take the meat out, but sometimes it does take a long time. So this is where I'm going to get now the fat from. So this will help with the turmeric. Now I haven't used the turmeric yet because I want to show that to you as well. So this is for the actual juice with just the mandarin and the actual passion fruit. So I'm making 3 of them with this as the base for it. And so just close this up. I'm using this blender because this is a good one for it, and rather than use the big blender. I don't need a big blender today because I already juiced the passion fruit. But if you're putting it in the blender, if you're putting in the blender, you would have to now use the sieve or the strainer to strain it, but we don't need that. Now, if you want, you could also, for those of you who have the Irish moss gel at home, you just take a bit of this, take a spoon, put the spoon in there, take out a spoonful, and put it in the actual blender as well and blend it in there. It's a wonderful way to get that Irish moss in your body because that is such a healing food and we all need it. So this is the second drink. Let me just open this up for you. This one is creamier, of course, because of the coconut. And this one, I'm going to put in a tall glass. Let me just get the glass from here. And here we go. See, this one is much thicker. If you want to make it thicker and make a smoothie bowl out of it, you would just put very little of the liquid and a lot of the coconut, probably put some hemp seed, etc., etc. This one does not have the turmeric. So I will show you the one with the turmeric next. So I'm going to leave this in here. Now we're going to juice the turmeric so you can see it being juiced. I've got a big thick finger right here. I'm going to juice the turmeric next. Now you could have juiced the turmeric with when I was juicing the mandarin and the passion fruit together before, but I wanted to have some drinks without the turmeric to show you different kinds of drinks you could have. If you're using the turmeric, you don't need to put the Irish moss because that itself is extremely healing too. And that's why I'm showing you all the different things you can do with this today so you have a plethora of things. So there we go. There it is. That is the turmeric. Turning it off. Here we go. The turmeric juice with a little bit of the passion fruit and the mandarin juice left. Now, I'm going to show you some more things you can do. So I left the juice in here with the coconut, and now I'm putting the turmeric in there as much as I possibly can. And now I'm going to put some more of the mangoes in there. Be careful so you don't splash because the turmeric will splash on your clothes. So be very careful putting it in there. There we go. And now a little bit more of the coconut. And now I'm going to be putting in, if you want to, you can put some lucuma powder in there. If you already have lucuma powder, known as the beauty berry, extremely healing. And if you're coming off of sugars and you really need to get away from sugar, I highly recommend the lucuma powder to you. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in there. I'm getting another ceramic spoon because I don't want to use that awful energy of the metal. So putting that, or if you want more, you can put more. There you go. Now I'm going to put this away as well, the lucuma powder. And now I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of the Bulgarian rose water. Love this, love this, love this. Between the aroma of the mandarin juice, the turmeric, the passion fruit, and the rose water, your senses are going to go wild when you have this. Now, if you want, because I put the lucuma powder, I don't need anything else in there to sweeten it. But if you wanted to, you could put some dates. Just make sure you pit them beforehand and take out the pith and always double check that you've taken it out. Otherwise, you might end up with problems. So that's only if you want it a little sweeter. But remember, everything here is already sweet. But for some of you coming off of a meat or dairy diet, I know you need a lot of sweets. You could also, if you wanted to, sweeten it with dates. These are the tiger stripe, with figs. These are the tiger stripe figs. And these are my favorite figs. Very difficult to get, but if you just can get the Turkish black figs, that's also fine. Figs are just the most incredible food anyway. So this is not enough. I'm going to now, I'll also take a grater, a small grater, and I'm going to be grating a nutmeg in there. So when I say that the aroma and the taste quotient is going to be exploding in your mouth, I really do mean it. So I'm grating this nutmeg in there, not a lot. You don't want to overpower it with any one thing. In fact, the passion fruit is so strong you really don't need to do that. So here we go. Make sure it's on firmly when you put it on the machine. There we go. We're going to do enough. Yes, 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 yes. Here we go. This is thicker. This one is thicker. This has more things in there. So let's open it up. Let's get a different glass now. Let me show this to you first. See how strong that, it's almost like a saffron orange. Sorry, a saffron yellow. And this one is with the turmeric. This is one of the most healing drinks you can have. This one is thicker, so you can make a smoothie bowl out of it if you wish as well. And just thicken it up with some more of the coconut or just some hemp seed. And now I'm just going to put this on the side here. There you go. And this is one of your healing drinks, but oh my gosh, it's a meal in itself. Now, we're not finished at all. No, 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 no. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the juicer. This time with the apples. So I'm using some apples here. And these are the Dazzle. They're absolutely amazing. Ridiculously expensive, but amazing. If you can manage to find a Dazzle apple, please make sure you try that Dazzle apple. It's pretty incredible. I'll go to comments in a few moments. I just want to finish juicing this first so that you get to see this. So the beauty about this juicer, you don't have to cut things up too small at all. And I really like that, but I still sometimes prefer when I'm juicing, especially since I don't have time right now to wash the juicer in between the juicing. Normally I'd wash it before I do this. Right now what I have in there is still some of the turmeric, and that's fine because I want the turmeric in there. So here we go. Start juicing the apples. There we go. A little bit more of the turmeric because I want healing. I want lots of healing here. More apples. There we go. Again with the apples. By the way, just so you know, apples are one of the most healing things for the liver. So if you used to drink a lot of alcohol, or you were, or are in AA and you need help with your liver, just have some plain old apple juice. But if you mix the rest of the things I'm giving you in there, then you can have a cocktail and really enjoy all the healing. So while this is juicing, I'm going to put up some information for you on here. So about the actual passion fruit. So you can read that while I'm juicing here. So just a few more, and then we'll be ready with this one. Just this, then this, now this. This juicer does not like you to put the core, the apple core in there. So don't put the seeds and the core in there. This juicer doesn't like it. Most juicers do not. So just cut it away, all the way to the edge. See? And then you'll be fine. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, here we go. So this one, I now need to put some more of the passion fruit in there. And for that, I'm going to need another apple with it. There we go. There's your passion fruit. Oh my gosh, it's dripping all over me. That's how incredibly luscious and juicy it is. So this time now we're doing the passion fruit with the apples and the turmeric. So start with always with the stronger one, which is the apple, before you put the passion fruit in there. Now you're going to just open this up, scoop this out, right into the juicer. Directly. Do not waste any of it, this precious stuff. It's so incredible. So you've got here an extremely healing but delicious breakfast, lunch, supper, cocktail, whatever you wish. And you know that your organs, your glands, everything is going to benefit from it. So you're actually helping to heal the body and get rid of all of the parasites and the other stuff in there that's blocking up your life. And at the same time, you're eating things and drinking things that are delicious. So just look to the fruit world. The fruit world has all of the healing and the deliciousness that we wish to get. There we go. Just this is the last one now, and then we're going to go to comments afterwards or questions. I just need to put some more apples in there after I finish. So I've pretty much cleaned out most of these. So you do need to spend some time making sure you get it all in the juicer. Almost there. And one last one. There we go. So I'm going to open it up in here now. Wipe my hands because my hands are just so wet from the juice of the passion fruit and also the apple. The apple is very juicy. And like I said, if you ever can get a dazzle apple, please make sure you do get it. Okay, so finish with that one now. Putting it now, you can either add it to this one that we did before, but I'm not going to do that. I'm putting this aside because this is a whole different ball game. This is the one with the apples. There you go. So just need a glass now to put this in. Here we go. Look how creamy and beautiful this is. So here we go. Oh my gosh, the smells, the aroma, tantalizing. And I'm going to get strawberry. Look at these strawberries. Everything is in season now, and they're all just delectable and so beautiful. I'm going to just cut this, put this here, and then I'm going to cut this one up. Just slice it up slightly and just sprinkle it around the glass. And we will have our little passion fruit apple cocktail and juice. There we go. There we go. Here you are. Lunch is being served. Dinner is being served. Breakfast is being served. And your body is going to thank you so much for this. So I'm just going to clean up here a bit and show you all the stuff we've made. And I'm also going to go on first to the comments or the questions. Tom, hi, Tom. Lovely to have you here. So we did not put in this one the coconut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up some coconut so that you can chew on the coconut while you drink this, because the turmeric is in here and you do need fat in here to make sure that you activate the turmeric. So we're going to chew on the fat instead. So that's what I'm doing with this. So you take a piece of the coconut like this, you cut it in strips. I'm going to show you in my hand in a moment after I've done it here. You just cut it in strips and then you put it in there. See, you cut it in strips and then you put it in the glass here, and you will chew on the coconut instead. So do you see that? Okay, let's look at more comments while you're looking at this. I've seen liver detox using apple cider. No, not the cider, please. It's too acidic. Way too acidic. The body only detoxes with alkaline. The problem is that we have too much acidification already in the body, and that's why we need to detox. So we cannot use acid to get rid of acid, just apple cider. Just apple by itself. No apple cider vinegar. What kind of apples do you recommend? These are the Dazzle. They're pretty incredible. Yes, this is a fancy juice. Yes, I do agree. Tom, I know there are a lot of people using apple cider vinegar, but please just know that it's too toxic to the body. It is too acidic, and we need alkaline things. These apples are so alkaline. Everything here is so healing that we don't want to do anything that will damage it anymore. So let me just wipe my hands off again, and then we will look at all the things we have made today. And I hope you will use them and that you will enjoy them and that you will be really pleased to have them. So here is the one with the apples and the coconut meat chopped up in it, and a little bit of the strawberries chopped in it. And then a tall glass with the mandarin juice and the coconut and the passion fruit juice. Here, this is the second one that we did. Now, the first one, if you remember, it was just simple. It was just the mandarin with the passion fruit. So you've got all of these, and I'm going to take you back here in a moment so you can see them all. And you can see all the wealth that the world offers us and the earth gives us every time. And we are so blessed to be here on earth. We're so glad. I am so glad to have a body, because every day that I awake, I realize and I give thanks that I have a body and have another chance that I can heal it all over again. So look at the array that we have here, the plethora of nature's bounty that we have been given. Here's one. Here's another one. Here's the first one that we did. This one is much simpler. And this one, the last one that we did. So I welcome you all to the land of healing. Fruits are the most healing things that we can have in our repertoire. They are the most healing thing we have, but make sure that you only have them by themselves, only mixed. If you notice, I didn't mix a lot of things in it. I didn't put bananas and a whole pile of other stuff. Yes, some of this one has the mango as well in it, but it's very important to know that healing comes from within. Healing is our birthright. Our health, vibrant, robust health is our birthright. So I am hoping that when you see something like this, you don't just think, oh, it's just for enjoyment. It is for enjoyment, because healing can be enjoyable, but it's also a gift from the earth to you so that you can live your most vibrant, most healed life. So until next week, everyone, thank you all, and enjoy not just the fruits of the earth, but enjoy yourself enjoying the fruits of the earth. So until next week, bon appetit, l'chaim, and I hope that each and every one of you will try these and also give them to your friends and family. So be bold in your choices. Be mindful in your responses to the earth and into your own body, and know that you matter.